Have you guys ever been out on your riding lawnmower, mowing grass, you shut your blades off, you pull that lever down to disengage your blades, you shut your engine off, and you can still hear the blades spinning around underneath your mowing deck. That should not happen, guys. That is a huge safety issue. Today I'm going to tell you why that's happening and what you can do to fix it. Hey guys, welcome back to Steve Small Engine Saloon again. There's my website, stevesmallenginesaloon.com. Check that out when you get a chance. So yeah, this is a big safety issue right here. A lot of people don't even know that their riding lawnmower has blade brakes on the mowing deck to stop those blades from spinning around and possibly cutting your fingers off. We don't want that to happen. I also have a really cool tip for you guys on how to make these brake pads last longer than they should, so stay tuned for that. But right now, I'm going to tell you this, there are adjustments on these things, because I know somebody's going to put in the comments, well, you can adjust those things. These are the adjustments right here. This little rod, there's a little nut on the end of that rod. You can adjust how far that releases or how far it grabs right there. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've fixed so many riding lawnmowers in my life, I have never ever needed to adjust the brake pads on one of these things ever. From the manufacturer, they are designed to work properly until that little 1/4 inch thick pad is completely gone and they're still going to be pushing on that far enough. Never needed to adjust one, but that is there in case you want to. I can't see why you ever would though. This is what happens when you engage that lever to engage your blades. It pulls this sideways. It tightens the belt up and it disengages these brake pads right here on that arm. When you disengage that lever, it does this, it slacks the belt off and it clamps those brake pads right there onto the pulley that is directly connected to your blade. If you want to just check this really quickly, reach underneath your deck. Obviously, once the mower's shut off and everything and you know the blades are not turning anymore, reach under and grab a blade. Spin it back and forth like this. You feel any resistance like that? It's going to be the brake pad dragging on that pulley, and that's what it should feel like, some resistance right there. If you can just spin that blade around and around in there, there is something wrong up here. Here's what your brake pad looks like. That is a wear part, the same as the brakes in your car are a wear part. They do wear out after time. These ones are actually in pretty good shape. If you look at this one right here, that's in really nice shape. It's got a couple minor grooves in it, but not too bad. It's doing its job. If you're still finding that your brakes or your blades are still spinning around, it could be this. It could be that they're just, where this arm pivots right here, it could be that that pivot arm is just stuck. Where maybe it's just kind of, when you let go of that lever, it's jammed and that brake pad is not coming back to where it should be. A little bit of lube spray. Don't spray it on the pad itself because then it's not going to grab on there. You want to spray it on the pivot point down here where that's right there. Get it in there. Liberally spray that until those things work nice and smooth, just like that right there. If you do actually look under your deck there and you realize those brake pads are so worn out, or maybe they're missing altogether, it's just metal against metal, I do have a description on this video. I got a link in that description to take you back to these brake pads. Yeah, that's a John Deere one that I'm going to link you to, but if you don't have a John Deere, you got an MTD, a AYP, a Murray or something like that, just snoop around in that link that I got you. Once you're inside of there, you should be able to find the one you want. Oh, there is one more thing I have to clarify before we sign off here. There's two different kind of riding lawnmowers that have different ways to engage the blade. The one we're talking about right here, I keep showing you that lever that engages the blades. That's where your belt is always slack, and when you push that lever forward, it tightens the belt up, and that's what makes your blades go. That's what we're talking about right here with the blade brakes on here. If you have a riding lawnmower that's got that pop-up button on it instead of a lever to engage it, then that means you have an electric clutch on there, and the electric clutch is actually acting as the blade brake system on that. The clutch shuts off, and that belt is always tight on there, and it stops your blades from moving anyway. So if you got that little pop-up button on there, you don't need to worry about blade brakes like this, like we're talking about on your riding lawnmower. So here's a really good tip for you guys right here. A mechanic buddy of mine, his name's Gabriel Laboucaine. He's a great riding lawnmower mechanic. He's got tons and tons of years of experience doing this. He saw me shut a riding lawnmower off where I had the engine revved full speed, blades going, and I shut the blades off. And he went, "Steve, whoa, don't do that. You're gonna burn those brakes out a lot sooner." He says, rev the engine down so it's idling while your blades are still turning, then disengage your blades, and the blades will stop instantly. It saves on those brake pads. He showed me that, and I was like, wow, Gabe, that is a great idea. I've been doing that ever since. Guys, us small engine mechanics, we are always learning from each other. We're always giving each other tips and tricks on how to improve what we do for a living. And most of the time, I'm actually just taking those tips and sharing them with you guys. There's a famous quote out there. I can't remember who said it. If you guys remember who said this, put a comment down underneath this video and let me know. The quote goes like this: your education never finishes. I think that's a great quote right there. Guys, give me that thumbs up button. I hope you like this one. It's safety first. Subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Keep sharing this with your friends like I'm sharing it with you. And put some comments down right underneath this video. Till the next time, guys, safety first. Steve out.